Hello, and welcome to my channel.
The village nestled in the snowy mountains was a picturesque sight to behold. Cozy cottages dotted the landscape, their smoke rising from chimneys and blending with the crisp winter air. The rooftops were covered in a thick blanket of snow, glistening in the soft glow of the moonlight. The village was known for its enchanting beauty, especially during the winter season when everything was draped in white. In this magical village lived a curious and imaginative 8-year-old girl named Emily Thompson. With her rosy cheeks and bright blue eyes, she was always filled with an infectious sense of wonder. Emily loved exploring nature, finding joy in the simplest of things. She believed in the magic of Christmas and couldn't wait for the special night when the village would come alive with enchantment. Every morning, Emily would wake up to a world transformed by snow. She would eagerly put on her warmest coat, scarf, and mittens, and head outside to explore. The village was her playground, and she would spend hours making snow angels, building snowmen, and having snowball fights with her friends. But it wasn't just the snow that captivated Emily's imagination, it was the entire village itself. From the cobblestone streets to the quaint shops and cafes, there was something magical about every corner she turned. The villagers were friendly and kind, always ready to share a smile or a warm cup of cocoa. Emily's love for nature was evident in every step she took. She would often wander through the village, her small boots crunching through the fresh snow. She collected pine cones and made snow angels, her laughter echoing through the quiet streets. Emily's adventurous spirit was fueled by her belief in the magic of Christmas. She knew there was something special about the village on that night, and she was determined to uncover its secrets. One winter morning, Emily woke up to find a fresh layer of snow covering the village. The sun had just begun to rise, casting a golden glow on the rooftops. Emily couldn't resist the urge to explore. She bundled up in her warmest clothes and set off on an adventure. As she walked through the village, she noticed that the air was filled with anticipation. The villagers were busy decorating their homes and preparing for the upcoming holiday season. Emily's heart swelled with excitement as she thought about the magic that would soon fill the air. Please support my channel by liking and subscribing. While Emily was exploring near the village square, she overheard a group of villagers talking excitedly about a mysterious glowing star that appeared only on Christmas night. Their hushed whispers piqued her curiosity, and her eyes sparkled with wonder. She became determined to find the glowing star and experience the enchantment for herself. Emily approached the group of villagers, her eyes shining with excitement. "Excuse me," she said politely. "I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Can you please tell me more about the glowing star?" The villagers exchanged knowing glances before one of them, an elderly woman named Mrs. Jenkins, spoke up. "Ah, the glowing star," she said with a smile. "It's said to be a symbol of hope and magic. Legend has it that it appears only on Christmas night, illuminating the village and bringing joy to all who witness its beauty. Emily's eyes widened with wonder. She had always believed in the magic of Christmas, but this was something beyond her wildest dreams. She thanked Mrs. Jenkins for sharing the story and made a mental note to learn more about the glowing star. Emily's quest for knowledge led her to approach various villagers, eager to learn more about the history and legends surrounding the magic of Christmas night. She listened intently as they shared stories of wishes coming true and the joy and happiness that the magic brought to the village. Each tale fueled Emily's desire to uncover the secrets of the glowing star. One evening, Emily found herself in the old library, surrounded by shelves filled with dusty books. She perused the titles, hoping to find a clue that would lead her closer to the glowing star. As she reached for a book on folklore, a gentle voice interrupted her thoughts. "Looking for answers, are you?" said a kind voice. Emily turned to see Mrs. Jenkins standing behind her, a twinkle in her eyes. "Yes," Emily replied eagerly. "I want to know everything there is to know about the glowing star." Mrs. Jenkins smiled and motioned for Emily to follow her to a cozy corner of the library. They sat down, and Mrs. Jenkins began to share stories passed down through generations. She told Emily about the village's long-standing tradition of celebrating Christmas night with a grand feast and a magical lantern procession. She spoke of the villagers' belief in the power of love and unity, and how the glowing star represented the embodiment of those values. Emily listened intently, her imagination running wild with each word. She thanked Mrs. Jenkins for her time and left the library with a newfound determination to find the glowing star. Armed with newfound knowledge, Emily began gathering clues from the villagers about the location of the glowing star. She discovered that each clue was hidden in a different part of the village. Some were tucked away in the old library, while others were whispered among the ancient trees in the forest. With each clue she found, her excitement grew, and her belief in the magic of Christmas deepened. One afternoon, Emily found herself at the village bakery, where she often went to enjoy freshly baked cookies and warm apple cider. The bakery was a cozy little place, filled with the sweet aroma of cinnamon and vanilla. As she savored a gingerbread cookie, Emily struck up a conversation with the baker, Mr. Johnson. She asked him if he knew anything about the glowing star and its whereabouts. Mr. Johnson smiled warmly at Emily. "Ah, the glowing star," he said. "It's said to appear in the heart of the village, but only those who truly believe can see it." Emily's eyes widened with excitement. "How can I prove that I believe?" she asked eagerly. Mr. Johnson chuckled softly. "Belief comes from the heart, my dear. It's not something you can prove, but something you feel deep inside. Keep searching, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for." Emily thanked Mr. Johnson for his wise words and left the bakery, her heart filled with determination. She knew that she was one step closer to uncovering the secrets of the glowing star. As Emily ventured deeper into her quest, she stumbled upon a talking squirrel named Nutmeg. Startled at first, she soon realized that Nutmeg was a friendly creature who knew more about the glowing star than anyone else. Nutmeg explained that he had seen the star before and knew where it could be found. With a mischievous glint in his eyes, he offered to guide Emily on her journey. Emily couldn't believe her luck. A talking squirrel who knew the way to the glowing star. She eagerly accepted Nutmeg's offer and followed him through the village. They made their way through narrow alleys and winding paths until they reached the outskirts of the village. The snow-covered ground crunched beneath their feet as they walked, and the air was filled with a sense of anticipation. After what felt like hours, they arrived at a clearing in the forest. The trees stood tall and majestic, their branches reaching towards the sky. Nutmeg led Emily to a small wooden bench nestled beneath a towering oak tree. "Sit here," Nutmeg said, his voice filled with excitement. "Close your eyes and listen." Emily did as she was told, closing her eyes and focusing on the sounds around her. She could hear the gentle rustling of leaves, the distant chirping of birds, and the soft whisper of the wind. And then, amidst the symphony of nature, she heard it, a faint, melodic hum. Emily's eyes fluttered open as she followed the sound of the melodic hum. She and Nutmeg trekked through the snowy landscape until they reached a frozen lake. The surface glistened like a mirror, reflecting the surrounding trees and mountains. But their path was blocked by a riddle carved into the ice. They huddled together, their breaths forming small clouds in the frigid air, as they pondered the riddle's meaning. Two hearts beat as one, yet apart they remain. Find the warmth within to break free from winter's chain, Emily read aloud. Together, they brainstormed possible answers, their voices echoing across the frozen expanse. After much contemplation, Emily's eyes lit up with realization. "Love," she said softly. "Love is the warmth that can break free from winter's chain." With newfound determination, Emily and Nutmeg stepped onto the frozen lake, their hearts filled with love and hope. As they crossed the ice, it seemed to melt beneath their feet, revealing a path forward. Beyond the frozen lake lay an enchanted forest, where the trees whispered secrets and the air was filled with a sense of wonder. Emily and Nutmeg ventured deeper into the forest, their eyes wide with anticipation. They soon encountered a wise old owl perched on a branch, its eyes gleaming with ancient knowledge. "Hoo-hoo," the owl hooted, its voice carrying a hint of mystery. "To find the glowing star, seek the guardian of the night." Emily and Nutmeg exchanged puzzled glances. Who could be the guardian of the night? As they pondered the owl's riddle, a soft voice called out from a nearby bush. "Psst. Over here." Emily and Nutmeg turned to see a small rabbit hopping towards them. Its fur was as white as snow, and its eyes twinkled with mischief. The rabbit introduced itself as Snowball and offered to help them on their journey through the enchanted forest. Together, they faced various challenges along the way, a treacherous river that had to be crossed by balancing on stepping stones, a maze of thorny vines that tested their patience and determination, and a pack of mischievous squirrels who tried to distract them from their path. But Emily's unwavering belief in the magic of Christmas and her determination to find the glowing star guided them through each obstacle. With Snowball's guidance and encouragement, they overcame every challenge that came their way. After days of navigating through the enchanted forest, Emily, Nutmeg, and Snowball finally reached the peak of a snowy mountain. The air was thin and crisp, and the stars shone brightly overhead. Emily's heart raced with anticipation as she gazed at the vast expanse before her. And then, like a beacon of hope, she saw it, the glowing star. It shimmered in the night sky, casting a warm and gentle light upon the village below. Emily's eyes filled with tears as she realized that her journey had led her to this moment. As Emily stood on the mountain peak, gazing at the glowing star, a sense of clarity washed over her. She realized that the true magic did not lie in the physical presence of the star itself, but in the belief and joy it brought to her and her village. The star was a symbol of hope and love, reminding everyone of the power of dreams and the beauty of the holiday season. With this newfound understanding, Emily knew that she had to share her discovery with the villagers. She descended from the mountain, her heart bursting with excitement. Word quickly spread throughout the village, and soon everyone was buzzing with anticipation for Christmas night. On Christmas night, the village came alive with Christmas spirit. The cottages were adorned with twinkling lights, and the air was filled with laughter and cheer. The villagers gathered in the village square, their eyes filled with anticipation. Emily stood before them, her voice strong and filled with conviction. She shared her journey to find the glowing star and spoke of the true magic that lay within each of them, the power of belief, love, and unity. Her words resonated with everyone, igniting a spark of hope and joy in their hearts. As the clock struck midnight, a hush fell over the village. And then, like a miracle unfolding before their eyes, the glowing star appeared in the night sky. Its light bathed the village in a warm and radiant glow, filling everyone's hearts with wonder and awe. In that moment, the villagers understood the true meaning of Christmas magic. It was not just about a physical star or the enchantment it brought, but about the love and joy they shared as a community. From that day forward, the village thrived with a renewed sense of unity and hope, and the magic of Christmas night lived on in their hearts forever.